Hey everybody, I have been studying today's BOGO oils today, and I just learned some information that's got me really jazzed up about cilantro in particular. So I wanted to share this with you. I apologize in advance if you hear or see any children trying to sneak this in while they're playing. And I'm hoping to go live on my Facebook page tonight because I'm really, really excited about this. So just hang in with me so I can explain this to you as best I can. I want to talk about fat and fat loss resistance. So, a lot of us have body fat that we'd like to lose, and sometimes it seems like you can do everything right and your body won't drop it. And sometimes that happens because if you have a toxin in your body will wrap a layer of fat around it and tuck it away to protect you, because it doesn't want that toxin circulating and causing damage in your brain or other places. And it really resists burning off that fat because then the toxin will be released. But if you can clear out your natural detox pathways, your body will say, all right, if that toxin gets out, I can release it. So it's safe to do that now. So that's one thing that's really important. And the oils can help with the detox system that your body already has. But we tend to overload it, and then it doesn't know what to do. It can't process it all, so it tucks it away. Also, your fat cell is like a balloon. So if you lose fat, the fat comes out of the cell, but the cell isn't sure what's going on. It's like, well, maybe I need this space, like caveman days, where like maybe I need this I'm going to need some more fat to survive. So I'm going to leave room for the fat to come back in. It fills it with water. Obviously, we want that to go away, and you might like feel better and look better, like feel better in your clothes and all that kind of stuff. But the weight's not, like on the scale is not moving, and you're still holding on to something. Well, what we're going for is that whoosh effect where that water all comes out. And how do you encourage the cell to release that water and say, I can let go of this now. I don't have to hold that shape. It's okay to get smaller. And that's called lipolysis. And cilantro oil encourages the body to do that process. So it will release all that water. When that happens, you'll start peeing a lot. So that's when you know it's working. And then everything will release. So that's a really, really cool thing that cilantro can do, which makes me believe that cilantro is totally an unsung hero of the essential oil world. And we typically think of other things to detox the body and to release and all that kind of stuff. We don't typically think of cilantro for that, but learning today that it can be really amazing for that use. And to be totally honest, I am going to be trying it for that because that is what I am suffering with, is doing all the right things and the weight doesn't want to release, and so I got to work on that. The other thing is that I'm learning is the emotional connection to the physical body, and science is catching up to this, and hopefully this doesn't sound too woo-woo for you guys, and if it does, then you can just stick with the science I just talked about. But your mental and emotional state is very connected to your body. Think about if you're embarrassed and your face flushes, or your heart starts beating fast when you're nervous, or butterflies in your stomach, and all the physical things that happen when you have an emotion, it's all connected. So sometimes when our bodies hold on to fat, there's sort of a subconscious reason why. And you might be holding on to the fat that's protecting you from something, or it's comforting you from something, or some people have had trauma and they hold on to the fat to resist sexual attention, that sort of a thing. So lots of reasons why your body's holding on to it that you're not necessarily aware of, but kind of doing some deeper emotional digging can help bring that out. And the oils can help with this. As you know, we have our whole emotion line, but there's also individual oils that are very, very helpful. I'm reading about that whole section in my book about this, and I just ordered another book because I think this is really fascinating. But cilantro is the oil of releasing control. It's also the oil of releasing what's not serving you, like your extra fat, and lightening of buried issues. So this is totally amazing, very cool stuff. And for those of you who are rolling your eyes, like my husband probably would be, the science is there on this, and it's going to be coming out. But it's not crazy talk. It's totally true. And I do like to think of the obvious emotional, physical connection, like we talk about flushing or beating hard or sweating when you're nervous or that kind of stuff. It's all connected. So I hope that you will get your cilantro for free today so that it can help you with these things, whether you need to shed some excess fat, whether you need to help release control or release other things that are not serving you. A couple ways you can diffuse it. You can also apply it topically, especially over your heart and on the bottoms of your feet. You can also put it in a veggie cap and ingest it. I plan on doing probably 2 drops cilantro and 1 drop of lemon, because lemon is also help defunk, dejunk, flush. And we can talk more about internal use and who that's for, but in a nutshell, it's for adults. And if you have healthy liver, then ingesting essential oils can provide therapeutic benefits for you. That's not specific to essential oils. Your liver processes your medications, all the toxins you're exposed to in your environment. It processes oils. So we want to lighten the load on your liver if we know that your liver is struggling or diseased. So we don't want to make it do extra work. And so if you know you have liver issues, then you can stick with topical and diffusing. I plan on using the veggie caps and taking them internally 3 times a day. So you get this for free today with the BOGO if you purchase cardamom, which is another really great oil that I don't think we talk about enough, but I've started learning about it because people who have little babies with respiratory issues, especially this time of year, I really like cardamom for babies over Breathe. It's very, very gentle, safe for little ones, and very effective. So all things sort of respiratory support. You can also put it on your throat if you have a sore throat. It helps relieve stomach upset. So it's so versatile. And I also just learned that it can help with bad breath. So if you or a loved one have been struggling with bad breath and trying to figure that out, try cardamom. See if that helps you. Cardamom is on the emotional side. It also helps people who tend to be self-centered to help balance that out. It helps people to be more charitable, whereas the cilantro is more helps people, like the things we talked about before, and also on the cilantro list helps you just be more easygoing, obviously, because you're releasing all the things that don't serve you. It helps you if you're feeling rejected and if you're feeling obsessive, back to that control thing. It helps with all that stuff. So I hope that that's helpful information. I think this is really, really interesting and exciting. And probably when you first heard cilantro was a free oil, you might have been like, I don't know, add it to guacamole maybe. But it really is an underutilized oil and a really, really interesting oil. So I hope that you'll grab it. Earlier I grabbed some, but I didn't grab all 5 that I'm entitled to, and I'm going to go back in and grab more. So this is very exciting. And if you have any more questions about these oils or others, let me know. In the BOGO group, I am going to be providing continuing education along with our other coaches who are in there, going to provide continuing education. So when BOGO week ends on Saturday, next week we'll keep providing you with ideas so that when you actually get them in the mail, you'll remember what to do with them. So if you're not in the BOGO group yet, I will post the link. Go ahead over there and join us. That way you have access to all of that education. And it's also a good place where we'll hopefully all be sharing testimonials, what we think about the BOGO products. So join us over there, get your cilantro, and we'll talk soon.